Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. We're going to be covering some flying cavalry for once. Yes, we are doing that video that you've all been waiting for. We're going to be covering flying cavalry as a whole and see some amazing gameplay footage by Legionis, a BDM player, one of the T5s in Server 32. So you're going to be able to see how actually strong these combos really are in the end game, especially with the current heroes we've got at the roster. But you got to think, we've got maybe a flying cavalry hero. So today's video is going to give you guys a bit of awareness ready for these flying cavs. So strap in and I hope you enjoy today's video. So yes, we're going to be covering today the Forest Eagles, the flying cavalry unit that is given to you for the Spring Warden faction. And we're going to talk about a little bit in depth about this, why it is actually quite a special, maybe new meta defining thing right now going on in the PvP space, because a lot of players obviously have access to Spring Wardens and they're trying to figure out how to use their Forest Eagles. But we do have a T5 player showcasing some of the flying combos actually working with the Forest Eagles. So the cool thing with the Forest Eagles, for you guys that don't know, they are a cavalry melee unit, meaning they do use the unyielding rush ability, giving you that 1000 rage instantly when you hit a ranged unit. So that's very, very important when you're talking about rage generation, especially for cavalry, because it allows the march to actually be a powerhouse with certain builds and obviously combinations. So with this, the Forest Eagles gain 5% move speed as well as an additional faction bonus, remember, when you have Spring Wardens. So the amount of speed these guys already have, and the fact that they're flying so they can go over any terrain, they are absolutely a force to be reckoned with. So when we go into the actual sort of heroes that we're going to see actually some craziness right now. We're going to see stuff like actually a Freyga as well as Craig being a pairing with these cavalry units. And because it is a physical based match and it's being melee based though, you are still able to actually get full effect of all of these skills. It's very interesting that you're able to do this, but also you can do this with Thiea as well as Freyga behind. You can do this with Thiea and even an Atheus behind the Thiea, and this will actually still generate the Atheus skill charge, which we will showcase in the open field gameplay, which was absolute mind-blowing when we were watching this on the live stream, and how devastating it is. Because if you are able for someone to be a cavalry player, you can now have this flying unit with these type of marchers like maybe a Thiea and Freyga, and then still run a backsheet Emery's for the normal cavalry, right? And it's going to allow you to have a double cavalry unit in the early game while you're waiting to hopefully unlock a brand new flying cavalry unit that hopefully might be coming sometime in the future. So let's move on into some of that gameplay so we can actually showcase what we are talking about, because this is honestly more crazy the more times you see it with the power of Legionis' BDMs flying cav in their current war in Server 32. So traditionally, when we look at cavalry, we do expect cavalry to fight similarly to like Rise of Kingdoms. Two units hitting each other, as you can imagine, doing as much skill damage as possible. And these guys are amazing for you to obviously flank and try and kill mages and archer units. So that's why cavalry are really fun to play and why people honestly try to use them in a lot of variety of games, not including obviously Call of Dragons, but Rise of Kingdoms, Affinity Kingdoms, even the new one, Age of Titans. There's so many different new games and stuff now, but cavalry is always one of the most fun when we look at those units. So when we go into here now, we're going to start seeing Legionis' flying cavalry units. We're going to see how OP these really are. Because the beauty of the flying cavalry units is the fact that you have the terrain advantage, right? So as you saw right there, the DD players were trying to catch Legionis' legions right now. And as he was obviously running away, he went towards these mountains, and because he's on these mountains, the actual range units can't target him because they physically can't walk close enough. And that's because of the boundaries and the way the map is designed, and this gives the flying units a clear advantage. And as you can see right now, it allows Legionis to now go and wrap all the way around and allow him to actually start farm killing and going into this absolute rampage right now, where we get to see how much damage these deal. You can see instantly this Zico gets hit with everything. He gets the instant Kingslayer proc, which halves his health. He also gets hit by both abilities of the Thiea Atheus trigger as well as the Freygar and Craig, if you notice that, and that is all because of the unyielding rush. So if you watch him again, he's basically trying to buy time and get that trigger back up, and if you watch it again, you're gonna see all of these skills pop off again instantly once his units get close enough here. And it's just so terrifying that he's able to do this. And as you can see, the speed of these flying cavalry units is what makes them so good. And the thing is, you've got flying mages, you've got flying archers, but cavalry already beat both of those marchers outright. And then the fact that you have a flying threat now that can keep both of those marchers in check is going to be a very meta-defining time in the next coming seasons, when we see what type of flying heroes and potentially cavalry heroes that are going to come out. Because right now you can see amazing, honestly, cooperation with Legionis' march right now. He's able to control these two marches, and with just these two, he is doing so much work, right? He's able to get some free farm merits. He's then able to go and kill some marches. He's then gone and defended and killed all those builders, and then just now you saw him bang again. Instantly, that Thiea just going in and hitting the shield into the Atheus skill trigger is just bonkers when you get to see that unyielding rush being used on full effect here with the flying cavalry units. And a lot of you will be probably wondering, why are people just trying to kill him and swarm him? You can see at the moment people are popping out and trying to get him, but instantly you can see how much rage generation he is able to generate because of this unyielding rush. So it's absolutely insane. I honestly think flying cavalry is another reason why my Spring Warders faction video, if you've not checked out the faction video, go and check it out, but why they are the best faction in the game now. And it's just an absolute terror, and I'm terrified for when the new flying cavalry hero actually comes out in the game. Because you can see now here again, he's hunting down these mage units, trying to get some free kills, and you can see instantly that unyielding rush, boom, trigger, and he just misses out on that skill damage because of how able he was getting into that city. And it's even more crazy, as you can see, it was live footage we are commentating over right now, and in the chat people are just, honestly, when you're watching through the videos and VODs, they just can't believe how fast that march is. Like, they can't understand how these mage commanders are with cavalry units, as you're seeing right now, and look how fast these units are, and the fact that they're able to get that 1k range. So I must thank, honestly, Legionis' amazing flying capabilities so far in this video, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the video so far with this open field experience. Here we're going to see Legionis now go and help Lone Killer by obviously supporting and killing some ground-based cavalry. And it's really cool, we get to see as well some cool open field combat here with the Spring Blade artifact, and you can see how devastating that thing really is when you get access to it. The amount of AoE damage you can deal through a drive-by with that, even if you just get your units nearby, fling it out and run away, it's going to go back through and deal an insane amount of damage. And in total, it goes through hitting 3 units, dealing 3k damage in total, so that's 1000 a piece. Then it spins to deal 250 damage 4 times. That's another 1k damage. And on the return, he can hit again another 3 targets for 1k damage. So that's insane. That is 6,000-7,000 skill damage, all busted in an AoE mobility cavalry artifact that Legionis is using right now in his march, which is amazing to see being showcased in the video as well. Thank you again, Mr. Legionis. If you're watching this video, I'd love to see yourself in the comments section below. But honestly, we were commentating on this on the live stream and how amazing and how strong this actually is, because you can see him, as you notice, being able to be very agile, which is very crucial in this type of game. He's able to deal an insane amount of skill damage because of that unyielding rush. And right here now again, look at him going instantly in, the 2 skill triggers, boom, going in with the Atheus animation dealing skill damage. And just like that, the archers are melted because of the cavalry advantage. And now he's jumping onto the mages, and just like that, you guys are wondering why you can't just use flying mages to do this. You're gonna get hunted down, and this is where reality hopefully strikes a lot of those players in the comments. And obviously, maybe you could try and make the flying mage march faster, but there's no way you're going to be able to do that with the inherited 5% extra faction bonus speed you get with the Spring Warden factions. So that is going to conclude today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. The flying cavalry units, you saw a little bit of the intro about them, the unit themselves, as well as the pairings on show. And again, you can see Legionis doing some amazing PvP work. He is, I believe, right now around the top 3 in merit for the server 32 war going on right now, and that is because you're seeing how effective he really is using these flying cavalry as a late game player. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for watching it over to the end. Smash a like, comment, and subscribe for more daily Call of Dragons videos. But until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.